VBB hot seat time. Today we are with Cam DeGaust, where we get to know the real deal Holyfield of the people who are in our network. You know the rules. 5 questions, 3 personal, 2 professional. Cam DeGaust, you are on the VBB hot seat. Welcome.
Thanks so much for having me, Joe. Really appreciate it.
Well, rock on to the VBB. Let's get right into it. All right, Cam, best athlete of all time.
I'm from New England, so I gotta say, Tom Brady, right? So Tom effing Brady, he's my guy. There's a definition between an athlete and being athletic, right? So when I look at an athlete, I look at a person who's proficient in sports, someone who has the good form and physical exercise, and Tom Brady, I think, meets those criteria. If we're talking pure athleticism, I mean, you got to talk Michael Jordan, Bobby Orr, Wayne Gretzky, those types of calibers. But athlete, it's got to be Tom Brady.
All right. You have one entrance song to bring out Cam DeGaust. What is that entrance song?
That entrance song is probably going to be Rage Against the Machine, Bulls on Parade. That song gets me going. Before hockey games, I'll listen to that, get all fired up. I like to play a lot of hockey, and that song, it's one of those songs that, you could be in a bad mood or you put that song on and it gets you going. It gets you in a good headspace.
Favorite sport?
Favorite sport? I mentioned hockey already, but hockey is my go-to. I've been playing hockey ever since I was 3 years old. So, it's a very team-oriented sport. So I love the intricacies of it. I love talking with the guys afterwards, coming up with plans for the game, for next game, what we can be doing better in and make sure that we're, executing out there on the ice. And hockey is definitely my number one sport.
So let's pivot and focus on you as a thought leader and also as a professional. What would you say are your core areas of expertise?
Yeah, so there's definitely the technical portion to my core areas of expertise, working with reverse osmosis systems, clean steam generators, water for injection stills. There's a lot of plant utilities that I've worked in at my time at Takeda, and very grateful for that time. Another good core area of expertise that I like to focus in on is my leadership. I did 6 years Navy. I've been a supervisor for just about 4 years at this point. So identifying strengths and weaknesses and understanding how to properly utilize those, with the team members, it's extremely important to be able to, build a team and make sure that we're successful as a team.
Well, Cam, thank you very much for your service.
I appreciate that. It was an honor and a privilege.
So, when you think of your people, how do you then retain your best people?
Absolutely. Retaining people, it can be tricky, but it really comes down to leadership and growth opportunities, right? So working on developmental goals, having an understanding boss that you can, talk with at any point. I always have an open door policy for all my team members. And then the biggest thing for me is explaining the why. So a lot of people do not like to be led in a sense where they don't have that why defined exactly. I always try to make sure that my team members has that why extremely defined and they know going into the situation what they're getting themselves into. And then also just being a selfless leader. Not only, am I working on my team members to have good developmental goals, but I'm trying for them to succeed. So that way I can ultimately succeed in the end. It's putting the team first. And that's the most important thing.
Beautiful. Cam DeGaust, you are off the VBB hot seat. Please show some love below and rock on to the VBB.
Sounds good, Joe. Thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Shake and bake.